Hello, Realtors. Welcome back to the SCR Update, your go-to source for the latest news, insights, and advocacy updates in South Carolina and in our real estate market here locally. Next week, we are packing our bags and heading to Washington, D.C. for the NAR Legislative Meetings, known as RLM, if you need another acronym in your life. Now, you might be asking yourself, why do thousands of realtors travel to our nation's capital every year? It's pretty simple. This is where our industry's voice is heard on a national stage. We aren't just there to network. We are there for critical governance meetings, direct Hill visits, which is my favorite part, with our elected lawmakers, and high-level strategy sessions on important real estate policy decisions. With ongoing legal actions, regulatory shifts constantly on the table, huge housing legislation on the agenda for both the House and the Senate, it is more important than ever that realtors have a seat at the table. We go to D.C. to protect your business, protect private property rights, and ensure our industry remains strong. We'll have about 125 realtors going to the Hill next week, and I'll do my best to share some live updates from D.C. Straight back home for you. So shifting gears to the market itself, let's talk about the buzzword of the year. That's housing affordability. We all know it's a tough market out there, especially for first-time home buyers. But a recent methodology report from Oxford Economics suggests that a true return to affordability might be a little bit further away than what some traditional reports have suggested. And why is that? And Mike, I got to apologize. I'm a little hoarse today. I'm recovering from a little bit of a cold last week. So for all of our realtors listening in, no, I'm not trying to speak in a deeper tone today. Maybe you can adjust something with the settings there to make me sound a little bit better. But realtors, many of the standard reports that we've seen, including some of our NAR reports, focus almost exclusively on the purchase price and the mortgage payment. But Oxford Economics takes a different approach by splitting their index into two separate parts, an affordability to buy section and an affordability to live. Now, their model argues that living affordability must be measured by calculating all of the costs associated with owning a home. That's just beyond just the mortgage, the initial kind of like upfront costs, the ongoing costs, like mortgage, rent payments, insurance, and which includes buildings, content coverage, et cetera, local property taxes, trash collection, utility bills, water, gas, electricity, and the maintenance and repairs. When we apply this a little bit deeper look at South Carolina, our state is on the edge of a sword compared to the rest of the country, so to speak. On the plus side, South Carolina is strongly positioned to maintain better living affordability because obviously we have one of the lowest residential property tax rates in the country. However, and we have a low cost of living here in our state. But we're also facing intense headwinds in other areas. We're all aware of the population influx from other states that's driving up demand and purchase prices faster than local wages are growing, severely straining the affordability factor for South Carolina residents. Furthermore, some of our coastal low country markets have seen skyrocketing property and flood insurance premiums, and that's actively eroding, again, that affordability equation. It's a great reminder to us, and it's a great reminder to all of our members to make sure that you're preparing your buyers for the true cost of ownership, of home ownership, not just the principal and interest, the mortgage costs. So, Mike, I think that's going to bring us to our favorite segment of the program. Don't do that. So today's Don't Do That is pretty simple and straightforward, realtors, and I hope incredibly timely. Tomorrow, we're recording this. It is June the 8th, the day before South Carolina's primaries. And from the governor's office on down to your local city and county government, candidates are fighting for your vote. If you are as tired as I am of all the TV ads and YouTube ads and I don't know, I'm even getting text message ads. Tomorrow should give us a little bit of relief, at least after 7 p.m. when the polls close tomorrow. So when election day rolls around, don't sit on the couch. Don't assume that your voice doesn't matter. And whatever you do, don't stay at home. Get out and vote. Realtors, we know that local, state, national policies directly impact our communities, our clients' wallets, your wallets, and our profession. From property taxes to zoning laws to economic development, the people we elect make the rules we have to play by. So check your voter registration, find your polling place, and make sure your voice is heard at the ballot box. I'm wearing my purple, RPAC purple today. We have, through our local associations and our state associations, candidate screening committees, we've interviewed candidates, identified those candidates that support realtor issues, home ownership, defend private property rights, and investment in South Carolina real estate. Not to tell you how to vote or who to vote for, but so that you can make an informed decision, because we know, I certainly respect, that there are other issues on the table when you go to the polling place. We want to make sure that you know where those candidates stand on realtor issues so that you can make a better informed choice when you go to the polls. So before we wrap up, Mike, I want to let all of our members know we are rolling out an update to our SCR forms this week. Brokers in charge, look for an email later today. 25 forms will be updated on our SCR website. And I've detailed in a memo all of the changes in the forms. Most of them are very minor, some typo corrections, things like that. But it's spelled out in the memo. And we will have those all in our form vendors in about 2 weeks from today, to give you a chance to review them, look at all the updates and changes, discuss them with your agents, call the legal hotline if you have any specific questions, and certainly if you see anything that needs correction, please let me know. But look for that in an email a little bit later today, and those new forms will be posted on our website later this afternoon. So we are in the process of updating the entire library of SCR forms, and we're almost done. And big thanks to Mike and Sharon and Tyler for helping us not only, format and get the word out on these changes, but also to our legal team, Byron, Tierra, who have been working diligently on getting these forms updated. Our main goal is to strip the legalese out, make these simpler to understand, simpler to explain. And based on your feedback, I think we are definitely going in the right direction. So please continue to share your input. And Mike, I think that's going to be all for this episode of the update. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Mike, thank you, and Tyler for manning the board and making sure all of this goes without a hitch today. Keep advocating for your clients, realtors. Keep pushing our industry forward, and we will see you again next time. Take care, everyone.